Have you ever warmed up so much for so long, yet it seemed like your voice became worse than it was before you started the exercises? I've been there. This is what got me out of it. Awareness. And that is what this video is all about. To help you become aware of how to use warm-ups, when to use warm-ups, and why you should use warm-ups.
For I know, yes I know, there is more that I can do. I'm breaking forth, I'm stretching out, I'm moving high.
Warm-ups don't fail because they are bad. Warm-ups fail because they are misused. Take me for example. When I got to find out about warm-ups many years ago, I got excited and I began to do them over and over again. I had this resolution that I was going to warm up my voice every day. I was going to spend time with exercises every day. But then it seemed like I was living in a vicious cycle, because why was my voice always getting cracked each time I spent so much time working on the same voice? Something was definitely not right. After a while, I noticed something. I stopped. I took a break. And then 2 weeks later, I realized that my voice was soaring. And I asked myself, I haven't done exercises for this long, but then now my voice is much better right now. I began to observe. I began to stop, start, stop. And that's how some months down the line, I got to realize finally that for me, my voice did not require warm-ups daily. Yes, that might sound strange or weird to you, because you probably have had vocal coaches tell you, warm up daily, do exercises daily. But then have they told you how to do the warm-ups? Has your voice been diagnosed to understand the texture of it? Because there are actually physiological factors responsible for the way you sound. And it's important you are aware of these things to enable you utilize your voice optimally. It's like having a headache and going to the doctor thinking that you're going to get the usual prescription of paracetamol, whereas the cause of the headache could have been something else that you need to treat for yourself. So it's not really one size fits all when it comes to warm-ups for singers. You need to know what works for you. I had to know what works for me. So in conclusion, for my voice, I realized that warm-ups were not good for me every day. Warm-ups were good for me 3 times a week. Yes, that is how my voice began to perform optimally, because I was seeing results every time I took a break and started days later with the warm-ups and exercises. There is also a how to do the warm-ups. If you're doing it without proper guidance, there can be an issue. Because if you feel tense or tight up here, you're not using the muscles that are primarily responsible for the articulation of your voice, which are the abdominal muscles. Now, this is why warm-ups feel useless for some people. There is increased tension, there is an increase in pressure, and anxiety is amplified. Why? Because the body is already tense before the warm-ups are done. So here's what warm-ups are really for. Warm-ups assume that awareness is already present. Breathing is coordinated and the body feels safe. If these 3 are missing, then warm-ups just become noise. You cannot warm up confusion. You cannot warm up fear. You cannot warm up misalignment. So instead of asking, what warm-up should I do now? You should start by asking, what state is my body in right now? Warm-ups work best after awareness and not before it. This is why inside Clarity Corner, we don't start with exercises, we start with understanding. Warm-ups are tools, and tools only work well in skilled hands. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share, leave a comment, and let's know what you learned from it. Make sure you also check the description to get information about Clarity Corner this February. See you again soon.